Twin.
Yo, what up, man? It's your boy Twin here, man. Your fellow lotto head. You know what time it is, man. Never mind the strange, you hear me? You know what time it is, man, and the beard. Your fellow lotto head. Look, man, we just finishing up on the lotto basis, alright? Lotto basis part 2, which consists of, let me see. Root, right? Root and date root, right? Date root. We just gonna write date root, but y'all can see exactly where we going with it, alright? Root and date root, so you'll understand the other side of the basic hit sum and your basic date sum. You'll see the other side, your basic base root. You will see the actual root sum for your hit, right? And you can actually find the date root as far as the date. Like the date sum, we got it. We're gonna go over all of that, alright? But before we get into that, bringers are okay. But until they give it a start.
Welcome to the Lotto Head community.
Lotto Head. Lotto Head.
Welcome to the Lotto Head community. What blessings happen for you and me? Let's get it. Welcome to the Lotto Head community.
Lotto Head.
Welcome back. Let's get straight into it, alright? So we can go ahead and make this a quick video. Alright. First and foremost, let's underline this right here. Lotto Basics Part 2. Matter of fact, we're going to erase that so we have more space. Y'all got it. Lotto Basics Part 2, alright? Alright, so first and foremost, root sum. Root sum, right? Root sum. The root sum simple. Very simple. Very, very, very simple. The total or sum simplified to its simplest form. Simplest form. To my folks out there that want to know the lotto bases and you actually writing these notes down, that's why I'm writing in note format. All right. So root sum is the total or sum, same thing, simplified to its simplest form. All right. So the hard part is done. You've already clicked the link, and now you aren't so sure on what tier you would like to join. Well, think no further than the most popular Lotto Head tier, the Enlightened Lotto Head. Within this tier, you gain access to all of Twin's dream digits. Dream digits? Yes, dream digits. These digits are understood that if they are not meant for Twin, then they are definitely meant for you. States like New York, South Carolina, Ohio, and Michigan all benefit from these dream digits. In fact, I benefit from these digits and it wasn't anything like. As you see, Twin dreamed of 0801 on March 19, 2025, and 7 days later, you see it came to Virginia as 8100. That is a $1,200 hit. In the green? I think so. It doesn't stop there. 2 days after the 26th of March, 2002 fell in Virginia, and we all know that double doubles are tough to fall in Virginia. Furthermore, one like 2002. As you can see, Twin dreamed that same digit on around a month prior on February the 27th. Anyone who knows Twin knows that 2002 should be in your numbers to play because it is Twin's brother's birth year. From that alone, it should be played from the full hit sum. Enough jabbering. Would you look at this $1,200 profit from my dream digits alone? Wow. Within 2 days as an Enlightened Lotto Head, you could come up as easily as $2,400. For if that doesn't prove that Twin's dream digits are accurate, then I don't know what will. Come join today at patreon.com/LottoHead. It is highly recommended to join closer to the start of the month so that you don't miss valuable information. To its simplest form. All right, second bullet point. Excuse me. 12 total, excuse me. We're going into straight into example, but 12 is our total, right? It is our total or sum, right? 12. How do we find our root sum of 12? Right? That's what we're about to get into. How do you find it? When you got that 12, that's the total and the sum, right? Then you add both digits, that one and that one. Well, that's a 1. That's supposed to be a 1. Let's see if we can get rid of that. It's supposed to be a 1 right there, right? Total sum. You get your total sum. Once you got your sum or whatever, right? Then you add both digits, the 1 and the 2. You add both digits until it's only one number. Only one number, right? Until it's only one number. So you add them together until it's only one number, right? So if you got the number 100, well, say you got the number 128, you would add all those digits up, right? And keep on adding them until you get one number, right? One number. So from this 12 we have, can y'all still see down here? Yeah. From that 12, let's do a different color for the example. Example 12, right? 12 is the hit sum, the date sum, or whatever have you, whatever. We about to get into the date, but this is the sum, the total, or whatever. The number that you have, right? It's a double digit, right? Even if it's not a double digit, you'll find out that's the easiest. Like if you end up with a single digit, you already have the root. All right, so keep that in mind. Root sum, how to find it? 12, right? So what we say? What did we say? We said we're gonna add both digits. So 1 plus 2, right? 1 plus 2 gives us what? Until it's only one number, but 1 plus 2 gives us what? 3. All right. So that 3 is what? Use right. That 3 is the root or root sum, right? Root sum. All right. We good on that? Y'all got me? We good? All right. Now we about to get into date root sum or root date sum. You can say it however you want to say it. All right. How we get the date, how we use the date. Now this right here is going to be very fundamental and very helpful to a lot of people, especially the folks that's just using the date sum. We're going to get into this date root sum. Date root sum, right? Date root sum, or if you want to call it the root date sum. Either or, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Is that blue going to be good? Let's go back to black. I thought the blue would be a little eligible. It's not. Let's just stick with black. All right. Let's just stick with what we know. You hear me? All right. So the date root sum or the root date sum, however you want to see it. Date root sum, just know you just basically doing the same thing. It follows the same rule, right? Follows the same rule. Follows. I'm trying to write neat, y'all. Same basic rule. Well, I should have put as. Same basic rule as root. Right? Same basic rule as root. Right? You add month and day. I go with my chicken scratch. Month and day. You add month and day together. Together. Right? That's a 0. I mean, what? That's an O. You add them together. Not year. Not year. Because I know somebody was probably wondering, yo, what do we do with the year? You don't worry about the year when we trying to get that date root sum. Alright? There's other methods out there in which you add the complete date up. There's a lot of stuff out there, alright? But this is what I'm showing you guys as far as the date root sum, the root sum, and so forth, alright? So you add the month and day together. For example, our first example. Let's just stick to black, yo. Our first example, right? We're just going to erase the first example. Today's date, January the 29th, right? And we say we're going to follow the same rules as the root rules, right? So what do we do? What do we do first? You're right. We add them. 1 plus 29. And this is the same thing what I was trying to refer to, letting y'all know you get it to its simplest form, right? So 1 plus 29 gives you what? 30. Is that going to be our root? Is that going to be our date root? Are we done right there? No, we're not. We're not done at all. You know we're not done, because what we got to do? We got to bring this down here or wherever you are located at. 3 plus 0. You keep adding the digits together until you get one single digit. 3 plus 0 gives us what? 3. That 3 is understood to be our date root sum of 3, right? Of 3. So January 29th is understood to be the date root sum of 3.
Are you or a loved one tired of playing the lottery and never seeing any real results? Are you ready to make a responsible change? I persuade you to join the Lotto Head community. The Lotto Head community is the only Lotto community. And this is where we do not gamble, but we play responsibly. Lotto Head offers tiers from beginner to advanced lottery players. The highest tier even supplies dream digits that are bound to fall in your state or any place there is a lottery. Lotto Head Community also offers a service of state-specific forecasts where exact numbers are predicted based on whatever state is requested. Being a Lotto Head teaches you to play less and play smarter. Join today at patreon.com/Lotto Head, and remember, do not blink or you might miss your blessing.
Lotto Head.
Welcome to the Lotto Head community, where blessings happen for you and me. Let's get it. Welcome to the Lotto Head community.
Lotto Head.
Y'all got me? We good on that? I know I got a little sloppy right there, but y'all got me. January the 29th, 129 is understood to be the date root sum of 3 is understood as January the 29th, right? And how do we do that? 1 and 29, you add it to get your sum of 1 plus 29, you get the sum of 30. Now you simplify that 30 down to a single digit, to one single digit. That's the rule for root, right? 3 plus 0 gives you what? 3. All right, let's do another example. And we're gonna be through. To my folks that like to rush me through a video, we're gonna be through. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this too. Y'all got that? Follow same basic rule as root, right? Now, example number 2. We have October the 23rd, right? What's the first step? You got it? You got it? What's the first step? 10 plus 23 gives you what? Gives you what? We're doing real math. 10 plus 23 gives you what? 33, right? 10 plus 23 gives you 33. Are we done with that 33? You're right, we are not. 3 plus 3 gives you what? Huh? Okay, 6, right? Did I do that right? 33, yeah, I done it right. I had to go back over, you know what I mean? Voices. 3 plus 3 equals 6, right? What is that 6? That 6 is understood to be what? Your what? Date, root, sum of what? 6, right? So October, let's just say, I'm gonna just put the date right here. 10/23, date root sum of 6. Y'all got how we done that? You added the month and the day, October and the day 23 together to get 33. And by the rule of the root, you're gonna simplify down to a single digit. 3 plus 3 to 33. 3 plus 3 gives us what? 6. Alright? Alright, now I'm gonna do a quick rundown right quick and then the video will be over, alright? Just so y'all can see it in context, alright? So we're back, and now y'all see I have rundowns, right? Now right here I have date sum, right? Date sum. Today's date is what? The 29th. We're just using January the 29th. And mind y'all, I'm doing these basic videos so they can be up all year round. So when new people come onto the channel, even you, if you're new watching this, you'll be able to go back and you'll be able to grasp what's really going on. You understand? Lotto Basics Part 2. Date sum, date root sum, and also the root sum, the hit root sum, whatever however you want to name it, right? Same difference. Today's date is the 29th, right? So us Lotto Heads, right? Shout out to the real Lotto Heads out there. Y'all know what's up. Y'all know what's up. Our hit sum, right over here, our date sum, our first date sum would be what? Our original date sum would be what? We find that by doing what? 1 plus 9 gives us what? 0, right? So we're going to circle all our zeros. Can y'all see up there? Yeah, y'all can see that far. That's zeros. We're going to circle all our zeros over here because this is the date sum, regular date sum, right? 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. See how I've done that? Regular date sum, right? Regular date sum, right? 0. Y'all see how we highlighted that? Now the reason why I'm doing this so you can see it actually in action, right? So if you do decide you want to put the root into action, you can still use your date sum. I suggest you still use it, especially if it works. Use your date sum, but also have a rundown in which you're using the root date sum, right? So red, red, we're gonna use that. I want to use another color. Can we use orange? I'm gonna use orange, but I'm gonna just write dark with it, right? Root date sum for January the 29th. I forgot. What is it? 3, right? Right? Cause we add it up. Let's do it again. 1 plus 29 gives you 30, right? 3 plus 0 gives you what? 3, right? So our root, let me see. Our root date sum is 3. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna highlight all our 3s. Like I said, I gotta do that so it'll show up on the camera, right? All our 3s. All our threes. There's only 2 threes. Y'all see how we done that? See how we done that there? Is that showing up? I think it's showing up. Let me just go back over the red right quick.
So the hard part is done. You've already clicked the link, and now you aren't so sure on what tier you would like to join. Well, think no further than the most popular Lotto Head tier, the Enlightened Lotto Head. Within this tier, you gain access to all of Twin's dream digits. Dream digits? Yes, dream digits. These digits are understood that if they are not meant for Twin, then they are definitely meant for you. States like New York, South Carolina, Ohio, and Michigan all benefit from these dream digits. In fact, I benefit from these digits, and it wasn't anything like. As you see, Twin dreamed of 0801 on March 19, 2025, and 7 days later, you see it came to Virginia as 8100. That is a $1,200 hit. In the green? I think so. It doesn't stop there. 2 days after the 26th of March, 2002 fell in Virginia, and we all know that double doubles are tough to fall in Virginia. Furthermore, one like 2002. As you can see, Twin dreamed that same digit on around a month prior on February the 27th. Anyone who knows Twin knows that 2002 should be in your numbers to play because it is Twin's brother's birth year. From that alone, it should be played from the full hit sum. Enough jabbering. Would you look at this $1,200 profit from my dream digits alone? Wow. Within 2 days as an Enlightened Lotto Head, you could come up as easily as $2,400. For if that doesn't prove that Twin's dream digits are accurate, then I don't know what will. Come join today at patreon.com/LottoHead. It is highly recommended to join closer to the start of the month so that you don't miss valuable information.
So it's presentable, all right? All right? So like I said, the date sum, the regular date sum, what we all know, everybody knows the date sum, you circle 129, it'll be 0, right? So you're gonna circle all your zeros. Right now, I would not recommend using one rundown and circling a 0 and then circling your date root sum on that same rundown because a lot of stuff can get hectic, you feel me? It's not gonna be clear. You wanna be able to look at it clearly, right? Right, so 0 for our date sum. Now for January the 29th, our date root sum or root date sum is what? 3. So we highlighting our 3s instead of our 0s. Y'all get how I done that? So say we just using our date root sum. Now we're gonna find our hit around those 3s. So if 802, that was just an example number. 802 was the hit. 802, and I got 420 right here. But let's just say it's coming off that 10. 802, that's 10, right? So now we're gonna find a number that's close to that 10, right? That's, well, excuse me, not close to that 10, but you know, surrounding the 0, 9, 8, excuse me. A 0, a 9, a 1, and a 5, right? Those are the sums that we're looking for. So right here we got 540. That's 9. That's 9 right there. We got 281 right there. That's 1. You see what I'm saying? And so forth. That's how you use that. All right. So the same way you use date sum will be the same way that you would use the root date sum. All right. Hopefully everybody got that. Even my lotto heads that's already established. And y'all, this is something new. Hopefully everybody got it. Drop your comments and your questions in the in the comment section, and we'll get you straight. You heard me? Lotto Basics Part 2. Till next time, man. It's been your boy Twin. Look, blessings on to everybody. This is gonna be a great year. You heard me? A great 2019. You dig? A great 2019. So just recognize this is the Lotto Basics video Part 2 for the year of 2019. Till next time, it's been your boy Twin. Look, be yourself or be everybody else. And I'm out. Peace.